Shalom, shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in and week out, prophesying the return of the Most High and His heavenly Son. All praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harachach Kodash. Double honors to the apostles out in New York, the Great Millstone, the GMS. Honors to all I can around the planet, lifting up the name of Yahweh, or Yahweh Shai, in truth and sincerity. This is Brother Uriah from Great Millstone, Chicago, and I'm just going to jump right into it. All right. I had a conversation earlier with a young lady who's in her early 20s. She has a 3-month-old and a 3-year-old, and she's was breastfeeding for a while until she said her breast wasn't producing enough for the baby, so that she would start getting this particular baby formula, and how for all year she's had a hard time finding baby formula, and as of late, even harder. It's already been hard, but now it's been even harder on top of hard, and going to multiple areas in basically a 20-mile radius without having it, and not having a car, not having really cash, but just um, the food stamps or the WIC, and basically be desperate, you know. And I've seen it here and there when I go into different stores doing deliveries or so forth, or shopping or so forth. And I've noticed, things overall getting tight. But to hear the upset spirit that she had, and the sorrow and the anguish, it's like this is what's going to happen to millions and millions of people and billions across the planet. It's about that famine, man. I'm going to start off with Jeremiah 14:12. When they fast, I will not hear their cry. And when they offer burnt offerings and oblation, I will not accept them. But I will consume them by the sword, and by the famine, and by the pestilence. See, nobody calling on Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashim Rakakadas right now. All right, and haven't been. Majority of the people haven't. 66% of the people, the 2/3, according to Zechariah, has revolted and gone. All right, and he said 2/3 are going to die by destruction, but the 1/3 is going to be delivered. Okay. He said, so the Most High is mad that this famine is going to be part of the punishment, the pestilence, okay, these sicknesses, okay, all right, these storms, these plagues, okay, the sword. The Most High said those 4 sword judgments, man, and famine is smack dab right there in the middle. And guess what? That means it's going to be. Well, let's go look into that word famine for a minute. Let's go to the Edamon. Let's go look at the word famine. On the English level. Alright? From Old French, famine, starvation. From Vulgar Latin, famina. From Latin, fames. Alright, get the word fame. That means you see hungry for starvation. That's what you want, fame. Hunger, starvation, famine. Right? Hunger. Alright? Famine. Hunger. It means extreme hunger and starvation because there is not anything to eat. You starve to death. Okay? You become famished, cause to hunger. Alright? Just looking from an English perspective. Now let's look at it from Scripture. This is Lamentations 4 and 8. Their visage is blacker than the coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered. It has become like a stick. And you know when your bones are showing, like those Ethiopians sitting there, you know, on those ads to send money to, you know, donate money to them, whatever. That's when your skin's cleaving to your bones. And we're already dark skinned, as you see, we're blacker than the coal. Okay, that's another good scripture that show you the color of the true Israelites. Verse 9, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger, for these pine away, stricken through for the want of the fruit of the fields. All right, so he said they that be slain with the sword is better than they that hunger. All right, man, it's better to have a quick death versus a long, drawn out, painful body eat yourself inside out, and actually you snatch up on the left and the right according to Isaiah. All right, I'm gonna have to get that. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger, for these pine away, stricken through for wants of the fruit of the field. The hands of the pitiful women have sodden, cooked their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. So people think we're crazy when we say Sharonda gonna be eating, little Ray Ray and Shaquina. That's coming. Shit, and some of these badass kids gonna be eating mama. Where's your mother? I don't know. Looking ass, man. You are about to see some for real horrific shit. All right. The Lord has accomplished his fury. He has poured out this fierce anger, and hath kindled a fire in Zion, and it hath devoured the foundations thereof. And that's what the Lord is going to do. He's pissed off, man. People don't want to listen to the prophets, man. His voice. They don't listen to the word, the scriptures. They want to believe what the fuck they want to believe. They want to do what the fuck they want to do. Want to hurt the way they want to fucking hurt. They want to change nature from what nature is supposed to be and how nature is and was and will be. Okay, they're surely turning things upside down. Should be esteemed as the potter's clay. All right. They've covered and deceived the whole world. Cast a net over the whole planet, man. And over the minds of all the individuals on it. Only the hopeful righteous elect are waking up to the understanding of the truth, man. And making a difference, man. All right? That's why he said, my servants shall eat. We're feeding the people now. So Lord's going to feed us then. How? I don't know, and I don't care. I'm just worried about making sure I do what I got to do to make it to that point where I'm in that good standing, man. Doing the work. Researching. All right? Coming up with lessons. Searching the scriptures. Putting them together. Fellowship with the brothers. Fulfilling my duty in the camp. All right? Just do it the best that you can, man. And you got fucking bob and weave through all the bullshit that Satan brings to you, man. Because the only way out, this is the only way out of the famine, man. Is doing the things that he say. Luke 6:46. Why callest thou me Lord, Lord, and not do the things that I say? That's how you get out of this famine, man. Do the things the Most High say do, and you have a chance. All right? Because it's coming, man. All right? Let me get that article. Matter of fact, check out Epic Economist, Walmart, and other retailers canceling billions of dollars in orders as in fears of a dark winter rising. Right? they're pulling back. Every major retailer is pulling back on the inventory at the opposite time when inventory is supposed to be at an over surplus for the holiday season. But see, they see the trends and the market trends that average Jake and average Edomites and people on the planet, not even the ones who even fake think they look at the stock market. They don't look at all market trends in every single area and the economy and the GDP as a whole and the different sectors and see the difference in sales and so forth. The people who do that are knowing that people are not spending the way that people used to spend, especially on these things that are frivolous. Okay, people are spending still on things that are necessary, but even then that has dropped off. And what has been dropped off is the big buyers, the big stupid buyers. And they're not buying anymore. They already got it. They've already furnished their bunkers. They don't need nothing else. That's why, man, the Lord is making America fall like a house of cards, man. Okay. Now where was that? Okay. Went there. All right, baby, back with the baby formula shortage. Now, this is why the Lord's gonna get you, girls, man. He's gonna get you, women, man. All right, I want the one in the Washington Post. Okay, it's over here because I saw it. Okay, I'll start with it. It was NPR, Federal Drug Administration review says multiple factors contributed to baby formula shortage, and one of the factors I went into the article is the fact that, first of all, there was a recall by Similac, which cut a big dent in the market of available food, and then baby formula, and then other companies had an increase in demand and sales, and ran out. We got low in supply, basically sold out, and then had to go into mass production to produce it again, but then try to come produce it again with the shortages in different ingredients and different materials and products and packaging and so forth, and the supply chain it became harder and harder to reduce at that same rate. So, and it's a high demand. Why? Because women have went away from the scriptures, man. They went away from scriptures. Sea monsters. Lord gives honor to the sea monsters, man. And because it shows you monsters. All right, Lamentations 4:3 was just up a little bit. Even the sea monster draw out the breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people has become cruel like the ostriches in the wilderness. The tongue of the sucking child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth for thirst. The young children ask bread, and no man breaketh unto them. They that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets. They that are brought up in scarlet embrace dunghills. All right, and that's why. And this I should have went up. This is part of your punishment. The breast was made to make milk. If you eat the right foods, your breast will produce the right milk. You can't tell me every single nigga woman all have a short, low breast production. It's your diet. It's what you're eating, man. And then the fact that you don't want your nipples getting all numb and hard and them baby gnawing. These women, the Lord just seeking cruel, man. All right. Said, man, you are cruel, man. My people is become the daughter, the females, the Eves, your black queens. It's become cruel. The Lord said it's cruel not to breastfeed your baby. That's just mean, man. That's just mean. All right? Momma'S not playing, man. And this is how the shelves are looking. All right? FDA acknowledges delays in response to baby formula shortage 1 day ago. NBC News. All right. Washington Post opinion: is the baby formula shortage still happening? Yes. All right. I'll click on that one. The ongoing baby formula shortage is a reminder of a disturbing truth in America and a disturbing trend because it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. All right. Remember the baby formula crisis? Public attention has largely moved on, but the U.S. supply shortage isn't over, and scarcity continues to distress parents, doctors struggling to feed vulnerable infants. All right, I'm not gonna read all that. You can read it, but just you can see where it's going. All right, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. All right, they're panicking now, and I heard the panic in her voice. And it's like, I was about to do another lesson, which Lord willing, I'm still going to do. And for a side note, brothers are here, or you just watching, or you've been coming in, you learning and growing in the faith. Do these lessons. Do these lessons. Teach this word. Learn and teach and push the gospel. Teach what you know. All right. If you only know the 12 tribes breakdown, break that down. All right, go into a different tribe every other lessons, and then you'll grow in the spirit if you continue to grow. That's the point. All right, you should be well rounded if you've been listening to us for 5, 6, 7, 8 months. You should have a good base if you've been really watching and reading and paying attention. So it's time, man. Time is running out. This is the last push. I can feel the contraction, man. It's one of the lessons I'm going to do about feeling and perceiving. Can you feel this in the air? Can you perceive what's going on? See, the wise people will, the wicked won't. All right?
No, I was feeding Dick his food.
But you can see this is a shortage and it's happening. Let me see if there's any other scriptures. Yeah. 2nd Esdras 15, verse 19, verse 18. For because of the pride, the cities shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. And that bread represents your food. I'm talking about what you drink, what you eat, all right, what you consume, all right. And for the great tribulation, it'll be the time of Jacob's trouble. And so now how are you going to feed your baby? Do you know how many women are about to be really out of sorts right now? And they keep on thinking this is a goddamn fucking joke? I know I could have started up in that too. Verse 14, woe to the world and to them that dwell therein. For the sword and destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. This is the reason why it's happening. For there should be sedition among men. They're going to be raising up just like they did after the pandemic. All right, they was in their era. We drove up and down the streets, and we'll see niggas busting the windows and go grabbing out TVs, grabbing out bitches going to the beauty supply, running out of there with hundreds of packets of hair. You know what I'm saying? It's going to down when that they're going to do that again too, because that's what niggas do. But then when it comes down to the food tip, it's going to be going to those restaurants, the store, those grocery stores, mom and pop stops, gas stations. Then when those run out, they're going to go where? To the different houses, okay? And when they see that shit, their own community ain't got something, they're going to where? They're going to Esau's community, all right? Ishmael's community. They're going to Moab's community, so-called Chinatown, the Arabs, so-called white men, all right? And then you know what they're going to do? They're going to crack down and be ready for you. All right, because Jake, you ain't gonna be as ready as they are, and then the military is gonna do their part, and then the UN's gonna do their part. It's gonna be crazy how it goes in the order and the dynamic in each and every place is gonna be up to the Heavenly Father. But I guess what? Every single place is about to be affected. There's nowhere to hide from this shit. All right, that's Deuteronomy 28. Cursed shall you be in the field, so shall you be in the city, man. All right? No matter where you go. All right? And invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Martial law is coming back and can be able to move around like that. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. All right? That's when they're going into people for lack of bread and so forth. So that it's coming. All right, let me see if there's any more. There was a couple good ones just on the famine. Verse now, yeah, you look at these preachers. These are the preachers. This is to y'all, to these false prophets, and to the people who reject us saying that a famine is coming. Oh man, they ain't gonna never run out of no food. You don't know history, right? And you don't know the current market conditions and the farms that have been burnt down, farms that have been flooded, farms that have experienced crop problems, disease, all kind of shit. There's been all kind of problems over this last 3, 4, 5 years in a row. Has been some major catastrophe after another in the farming production. Is all food production is down, man. So that means it's going to be even more tighter as we move forward, and it's not going to be a replenishment, so it's going to get even tighter than that. We need the Lord. Shit is running out, man. Jeremiah 5:12. They have belied the Lord and said, "It is not He." Neither shall evil come upon us. Neither shall we see sword nor famine. That's the ideology of Jake, man, running around here, man. These heathens running around here. They don't know what's going on. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a goddamn. They just living. As if, and that's how they did. The Mount Vesuvius blew up. Pompeii, you know what I'm saying? To all the disasters that matter of fact, time of Noah, they were eating and drinking. No, you crazy building that? What you call it again? A boat? No, an ark? Ark? What the fuck? What the fuck is an ark? Ark. You know, and mock the prophets. You know, made fun. And then when that raindrops that fall upon the head, they start, getting scared. And the Most High shut him up. The Most High is going to take care of us too. If you listen, believe, and trust, and get in before it's too late. The doors of mercy are closing, man. All right. Isaiah 14:30. And the firstborn of the poor shall feed, and the needy shall lie down in safety. That's right. All right. See, the first fruits, the righteous, the hopeful elect. All right. We're gonna be okay. The ones who need the Lord now, fighting for the Lord now, doing the things that He say now, crying now, begging now, complaining now, in righteousness. He said we're gonna be in safety. And I will kill the root with famine, and he shall slay the remnant. All right. So the Most High is gonna it's gonna be a mass beatdown. The deliverance of this era is going to be epic. It's going to be better than the time of Egypt. That's why the scripture says it no longer be mentioned what, the land of the north. Land of the north. Let's see if I can find it, man. And what happened in ancient Egypt wasn't that one of the plagues? He said, I'm going to strike you with the plagues of Egypt like I did before. Wasn't it one of them famine? All right. Um, I'm not sure which one it is. I'm about to read all of them because I'm really done. I don't want to make this too long, but I will get one of them. You know, I'll reference this because it was still reference it. Jeremiah 16:15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from the lands whither he had driven. But I will bring them again into their land and gave into their fathers, that I gave into their fathers. I don't know if that was what we above. Yep, that's the one. Yes, it was the right one. It's like the water spirit. How about you, Yeshua? Jeremiah 16:14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. All right. This is going to be a time where there'll be a distant memory. Yo, you remember the old Egypt? Huh? Coming out of this modern day Egypt, Babylon the Great, America, and its Roman Empire, the empire. All right. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. All right. So you had to know this is what's about to happen. And the Lord got us, man. All right. The Lord's going to give power to the men of the Lord. He's going to give strength and sustenance to his chosen elect. And he's going to protect us in this famine. So just want to, touch on that. That's coming. Be prepared. Eat this truth. You'll be able to eat some real food. Because the truth is the real food. And then the Lord will give you some, actual food for your body, real food for your body. So, to sustain yourself. It's time to hunker down. Center up. And prepare. Gird up our loins. Right? So hopefully it's been edifying to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shabbat Shem Kakadash. All praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Shem Shabbat Shem Kakadash. Double honors apostles and out in New York, GMS, the eldest apostles. Honor to all I can around the planet, lifting up the name of Yahweh, Yahweh, shining truth and sincerity. Shalom to Akwat who are obedient to their husbands. You can't leapfrog over your husband to get to Yahweh Shai. Shalom to the Banyam, the children, the sons, and the daughters of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and who are the children of the elect and of the elect. May the Lord save us and continue to bless us all. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Shalom. Baba.